Behind me is 9776 East High Road in Stillman Valley. We're just before 2:45 Friday afternoon. The Stillman Valley Fire Department responded to for reports of a house explosion, and the property was like this when we arrived on scene. Debris scatters the area, including pink insulation material and windows. Stillman Valley Fire Chief Chad Hopeful says one person was trapped inside the home, and bystanders tried to get her out. She was eventually taken to a hospital, and the extent of her injuries, or the condition I should say, is unknown at this time. Crews found minimal flames and put out the fire within minutes. And as you can see behind me, there are crews on scene trying to clean out that. We were going to have more on this coming up tonight at 6, but for now, live in Stillman Valley, Anthony Ferretti, 23 News. Across from me is that Pilot Travel Center, as mentioned, where several agencies are responding to a hazmat situation here Wednesday night. Now we'll step away just to show you several crews are on scene. We see emergency fire trucks. The DeKalb Fire Department also is on scene with a trailer labeled Hazardous Materials Response. The Ogilvie Fire Department is on scene, and the entrance is blocked off. If I move my camera over this way, you can see we have the police department. They have blocked off that entrance, only the exit just for those emergency vehicles that need to be going in and out. And then right to the left of that, you see is that left turn lane to get into the gas station. Several semi trucks and vehicles have been trying to turn left into there, maybe trying to get some gas, but obviously that's not the case. They have had to make a U-turn. But going back to the scene, several trucks, as you can see, are there. We have the City of Rochelle Fire Department trying to respond to this hazmat situation. We don't know, obviously, what caused it or the severity of it. But when I did get on scene, they told me that this was about as far as we are going to go because of those fumes. Even though there is an assault weapons ban in Illinois, some people I talked to at Sunday's event say that is not enough to end gun violence.
After the shooting, the scare at the fair yesterday with my grandchildren, I just know I need to get involved.
Anita Smith is one of around 4 dozen people who walked to end gun violence in Rockford Sunday. She says this event hits close to home.
Every time I hear of a shooting, someone killed in Rockford, it's a bullet to my heart.
Her son Jazz Smith was 29 years old when he was shot and killed 2 years ago while hanging out with friends.
I was in denial until it affects your family, affects you. You just really don't believe the reality of it.
Anita says she walks in honor of Jazz and the hundreds of others nationwide who are killed or injured daily from gun violence.
When I wake up, it starts all over again. You know, I hope to get better. I am getting better. But I don't think that pain will ever go away. So, you know, because I miss my baby every day.
The Rockford Walk is one of several going on this weekend nationwide to remember Hydea Pendleton, who was shot and killed in Chicago more than 10 years ago.
I think about the fact that I'm a student, and a lot of these mass shootings have been happening at schools and universities. And a lot of those victims are unfortunately people my age and younger.
Jessica Green is with Moms Demand Action, who helps host Sunday's walk.
What we really need is for everybody to come together, because this isn't just the issue of the people here. It's the issue of everybody that lives in this country.
The owner tells me, even though it may sound cliche, it was the support from our community that inspired him to pick up the pieces and start again.
I wasn't sure if we were going to do it again.
The last 9 months haven't been easy for Brian Bowman.
Mostly shock, because I wasn't responding or anything. I was just kind of numb.
He watched his life's work go up in flames last September as an electrical fire tore through his music store CD source in Loves Park.
With all the inventory and everything in there, probably closer $750,000. We had a ton of inventory in there.
In losing the invaluable records and CDs that took him more than 2 decades to collect, along with the building that housed them, he discovered something he least expected.
We started hearing lots of stories about that, you know, people that used to come in when they were younger and now they've got kids. Those kind of stories were really helped me get through all of it.
That support from the community inspired him to open a new record store on North 2nd Street, across from the former location.
The city is super excited about this reopening.
Bowman is hosting a soft launch Monday.
And we love to see that in Loves Park, and you know, just the traffic that it generates and the interest that it brings to this area.
As he rebuilds his life from the rubble, Bowman promises to make new memories in his new store in honor of his old one.
A lot of these customers are people that I haven't seen since the fire, so there'll be a lot of reminiscing.
And Bowman says that may be hard for him at times, but he can't imagine doing anything differently. And his hope is that this new store thrives for several years to come.